I wish I was making this up, but the HOA tried to steal my pool. Yeah, my private fenced-in backyard pool. No vote, no permission, just a smug woman with a clipboard telling me it now belonged to the neighborhood and that I should feel honored. It all started on a Saturday morning that was supposed to be quiet. I just finished skimming the last leaf from the pool, something that always calmed my younger brother, Jella. He deals with anxiety in that pool. It's not just water to him. It's a reset button, that's when I heard it. The sharp, unmistakable clack of heels on concrete. Enter Belinda, president of the Briar Ridge HOA, self-declared guardian of community standards, and possibly R-incarnated drill sergeant. She didn't knock. She didn't greet. She just barged through our gate, held up a clipboard like it was a search warrant, and grinned. "Big news, Mason," she chirped, like I was supposed to be thrilled. "Your pool has been designated the venue for our VIP spring social next Saturday." I blinked. "My what now?" "Oh, don't worry. You don't have to do anything," she said, already tapping her phone like she was sending out invites. "This is a community effort. Influencers are coming. The HOA board has approved everything. We even printed flyers." I pointed to the sign on my gate, "Private property, no trespassing." Bold Clear even had a little painted sunflower around it. Jella had added that touch to make it less aggressive. Belinda gave Eda a look like it smelled bad. "Oh, Mason, that's adorable. But community events take priority. See here," she flipped her clipboard, showing off a typed-up event priority mandate which she'd clearly written herself. Subsection C, Part 4. The HOA may designate prime community spaces for neighborhood benefit. I looked her dead in the eye. "Belinda, this is my backyard. This is my property. That pool is on land I own and pay taxes for. You don't get to declare it a community space because you're throwing a party." She narrowed her eyes. The fake cheer drained from her voice. "Don't be difficult. This is happening. There are consequences for obstructing sanctioned HOA functions." I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue. I just said own thing. "You need to leave my property now." She spun on her heel and stomped out. But I knew that wasn't the end. Not with Belinda. Now, I'm not new to her games. She's been pulling power plays ever since she became HOA president. Got elected only because no one else wanted the headache. Before her, the HOA just made sure the lawns weren't jungle level and held the occasional potluck. But Belinda, she turned it into her personal dictatorship. The first week, she fined a neighbor for having wind chimes that were too whimsical. The week after, she told old Mr. Jack his porch chairs didn't reflect the community aesthetic. My first run-in with her was over the mailbox. Ours, the one that came with the house, wasn't the right shade of beige. She left a typed letter citing the exact Pannone code we needed to match. I remember holding that letter and thinking, this can't be real life, but Jayla panicked. He always worries more than he should, and I ended up repainting it just to keep the peace. Belinda came by with a color-swatched Taverify. She gave a single nod and walked away like she'd knitted me. That was my first taste of her brand of tyranny. But this pool stunt, that was new territory. Monday morning, we found a notice taped to our front door. Not mailed, taped like an eviction. Jella brought it in like it was radioactive. It was a 2-page official reservation confirmation for our pool. Listed the date-time expected guest list. Even stated that the HOA assumes use of homeowner restroom facilities. That did it. I wasn't just angry, I was insulted. I called the regional HOA management company, the one technically above Belinda's little thief. The woman on the line, Brenda, sounded like she'd rather be anywhere else. "The board has local discretion," she said flatly. "You can dispute it at the next meeting." Next meeting was in for weeks. The party was in 6 days. So I made a decision. I went into the shed, pulled out the submersible pump I'd bought for emergencies, and got to work. If Belinda wanted to throw a party, she could do it somewhere else because this pool was about to be closed for urgent maintenance. Monday morning, I drafted a formal letter: pool closed for owner-initiated repairs, area off-limits until further notice. I handed it to Janine, her right-hand crony who walks her poodle every morning like she's doing security patrol. "Just HOA housekeeping," I said with a smile. She sniffed and walked off. Then I set up the pump and started draining, thousands of gallons slowly and legally. It made a satisfying roar. Jella came out mid-morning and just stared. "You're really doing it," he said. "Yep," he said, sipping coffee. "Health and safety comes first." Wednesday flyers went up. Belinda had made glossy full-color ads. Willow Creek's premier aquatic square with a picture of our pool heavily edited to look like a resort. She wasn't just planning a party. She was charging admission. I found out from Hank, our neighbor, that Belinda had pre-sold VIP tickets under a head with deluxe catering and exclusive access. She was making money off my property without permission. That crossed a line into fraud. Saturday arrived sunny and perfect. I drained the pool overnight. The patio was spotless. A big sign stood at the gate. Pool closed. Owner repairs in progress. No trespassing. At 1:58 p.m., the first luxury SUVs rolled up. Well-dressed guests with sunglasses and party smiles until they saw the empty pool. Then Belinda showed up full pageantry until her eyes landed on the sign in the dry concrete where the water used to be. She stormed up to Merritt faced and trembling. "This is vandalism. You drained whole property. I'm calling the police," and she did. She actually called 911, said sabotaged a community event. 2 officers showed up. Belinda ran to them like she was reporting a robbery. I calmly handed over my property deed and the HOA charter. Officer Miller, talent nonsense, looked it all over. "Ma'am," he said, "this pool's on private property. Your HOA mandate doesn't override deed ownership." Belinda stammered, but the flyer is the event. You didn't have permission. That's a civil matter at best. In calling 911 over it, that's misuse of emergency services. One of the guests, a local attorney, stepped forward. "Wait, are you saying she charged us 4 tickets to a party she didn't have permission to throw? That broke the dam. People started demanding refunds." Belinda froze. No more arguments, no more clipboard. Just silence. She left in a cloud of humiliation. By Monday, her resignation was posted on the HOA board. Janine quit too. A new committee took over calmer folks who just want trim grass and fewer headaches. Jella's back to drawing by the pool again. He actually sketched a cartoon of Belinda clinging to a pool float while the water drains. It's framed in our hallway now. So, how far will a man go to defend his home, his peace, his family, all the way to the bottom of the deep end? And sometimes a drain pool is the most satisfying sight in the world. Now, I want to hear from you. Was I right to drain it, or should I have let the party happen and fought it afterward? Have you dealt with a power-hungry HOA or neighbor before? Drop your story in the comments. I'm reading everyone. And hey, if you ever feel like your peace is under siege, just remember a submersible pump and a little backbone go along. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories.